Welcome back, everyone, to Final Fantasy 15 or 14. 14, 15, something like that. So today we are going to let's hatch our wayward hatching. Let's get us a new minion. See what this one looks like. And there he is, a little duck with a shell still. Awesome. And another thing we're going to do is our level 50 mining quest, I believe it is. Yes, it is. Look at all them good gears we got. All specialized just for miners. Options? What? I only get to pick one. Well, that sucks. I wanted all of them. Can I make them afterwards? We'll have to check. Alright, so anyways. Canyon of Regret. Alberta is gravely concerned for the fate of an old friend. Tickman, thank the gods you're here. It's Wide Gully. He's gone and filed a complaint against his father to the concern, citing an abuse of power. It has forced Deep Canyon into a difficult position, to say the least. And though the two of us haven't exactly seen eye to eye of late, I still owe the man a great debt. I will go to him and offer what aid I could, but he's like to spurn every attempt. I know full well how much I've already asked of you, but I would be eternally grateful if you lend Deep Canyon aid in my stead. To get started, it might be best to see what possessed his son to inform his own flesh and blood. So he ratted out his dad. Let's go see why. Here at the guild master's bidding again. Well, I see no reason not to tell you about the situation. You know most everything any road. My old man was fostering dangerous jobs on the guild, forcing its members to risk life and limb for his own agenda. If that ain't the very definition of abuse, I don't know what is. If yourself were on the receiving end of this, I'm sure you'd recall. Kin or no, I couldn't stand by and watch my guild mates being used like pawns in his game. So I went to the concern's upper management and filed a complaint. He hasn't said a word to me since, but I'd have a guess that he might be willing to speak with you. You've certainly done your fair share for the guild. He's out by the entrance right now, 'cause you want to hear his side of the story. Okay, I guess I do want to hear his side of the story. Sounds like a domestic issue, though. Hello, Deep Canyon. Oh, it's a big boy. It's been some time, Tickman. You're doubtless here in regards to my son's accusations. Well, it's just as he claims. Now, this ain't gonna spare me what's coming, but I had reason for my actions. Vengeance. I was supposed to become master of the Miners Guild. Everyone knew I had the best claim, but Alberta robbed me of the honor. Me, the man who taught her everything she knows about her trade. She went behind me back and conspired with the predecessor, and they fancy who ended up being chosen to lead. By way of payback, ever since I became vice foreman, I've striven to make Alberta's life harder, trying to mine with a dull pickaxe. All those outrageous demands to make her look incompetent. At the same time, I went about ensuring my son was well placed to take over as guildmaster. And my plan was about to bear fruit too, till you came along and ruined it all by being my son's better. Heh, by your expression, I take it you're doubtful of the tale. Well, you need only ask your deal guildmaster. She can vouch for everything I've said. Okay. Jumping over tables. What? Deep Canyon believes I cheated him out of becoming guildmaster. That's not it at all. I never aspired to this position. Guys, I was only an Ala mission refugee, working as hard as I could to get by. I never even dreamed that I could raise as I did. And I suspected even less that it was that self-same description to my work that would lead me to being chosen. If I had known that accepting this mantle would tear us apart, sigh. Lamenting the past won't avail us. I only know that I wouldn't be where I am without the man. I can't allow this misunderstanding to cost Deep Canyon everything. I simply couldn't bear it. I'm not sure there's aught we can still do for him at this point, but we must try. Listen, Wide Gully is the one who filed the complaint. If you were to throw your own weight behind some of my concerns, then maybe we could yet do something. Please, Stickman, it would mean so much. Alright, Gully, back to you. Playing round robin here. Alberta wants to help my old man. Sigh, truth be told, it ain't my wish to see his career destroyed neither. Only wanted to teach him a lesson. Make him know that he can't just use people for his own ends. But now that the concern knows, it's been taken out of my hands. In their eyes, my father's actions jeopardized relations with the Miners Guild, and nothing could be worse. So, they've given him a test. If he's to remain vice foreman, he must prove at the inquest that he still has the confidence of the guild. And they ain't interested in no words. They want hard evidence. That is to say, they're demanding that someone from the guild show him loyalty by going and digging up 3 of the toughest damn chunks of ore there is to find. Dark steel. Problem is, he's got no allies in the guild, on account of his own behavior. I certainly don't qualify for the task, being his son, and Alberta can't do it neither, because she's the bleeding guildmaster. That's just how it works. This leaves you, Tickman. We don't have much time before the inquest begins, so you'll have to hurry. And I wasn't exaggerating afore. Dark steel's exclusive as all hells. Located in the snowy reaches of Ocarthonis and nowhere else. To actually find this stuff, you first need to use your Truth of Mountains technique to locate unspoiled mineral deposits. Then, and God knows why, you'll have to survey a night in the cold for the deposits to reveal themselves. Finally, you dig and you pray. When you have enough chunks of dark steel ore, take them to Alberta and make sure she knows what's going on. Use the technique Truth of Mountains to locate dark steel ore that appears in the Coriolis Central Highlands at 1 a.m. as ore time. Mine the required quantity and return to Alberta as quickly as you are able. Here we go. And it just so happens I've already mined the 3 chunks. I had to go out there, sit and wait, and then hope it popped up, and it did, and I got me some dark steel. Wide Gully told me about the situation. Be sure you bring in the dark steel ore as soon as you've got it. Now, I feel this bears mentioning, but regarding how to go about obtaining the ore. It might sound ridiculous, but it's exactly as Wide Gully says. You need the endurance to survive a night in Cotharis, and the technique, Truth of Mountains, to locate unspoiled mineral deposits. 12 speed, your way. Let's get back over here. Only took about an hour to get, because I'm new at it. Incredible, Tickman. Your talents are truly boundless. Hopefully, these will suffice to spare Deep Canyon. But let's make haste to the inquest. Wide Gully is already on his way. Come on, voice acting. Oh, he's got 2 different color eyeballs. Well, did you get a guild member to bring you Darksteel ore? Because make no mistake, Kevin, if you come to this inquest empty-handed, we will end you. Your time with the concern will be just a memory. Well, we have ore right here, procured by Tickman Poker of the Miners Guild. Look at that. Look at that. 12B, good. She isn't lying. This is Darksteel, and some of the finest I've ever seen. Huh. It's no ordinary miner who can find Darksteel, let alone stuff that looks this good. Seems your reputation is well earned. That said, we're hardly here to question your ability, though. I find myself wondering as to your motives. Why did you bring the ore? Aye, I'd know the same. Why stick your neck out for him? He's given you nothing but trouble. What in the 7 hells are you trying to pull, Alberta? I don't need anyone's pity. Yours least of all. I'm not here to give you my pity, but to clear up the misunderstanding between us. Misunderstanding? Listen to me, Deep Canyon. I never wanted to become Guildmaster. The responsibility was thrust upon me, and there was not to be done for it. Gods, when my name was being bandied around for the position, my first instinct was to take myself out of the consortium. I spoke to the Guildmaster in private, as you say, but it wasn't to convene against you. It was to give up my claim. You'd expect me to believe that? If I had truly betrayed you back then, would I have bothered to come here? But if that's true, then everything I've done by the 12 to have taken this so far. You didn't want to admit defeat, Father. Alberta beat you out of her own merits. You knew this in your heart, but you refused to accept it. In your pride, you convinced yourself that she betrayed you. But by doing so, you only validated that you were passed over for Guildmaster in the first place. Please, Father, let go of the past, accept that you were beaten, as I have with Tickman, and let's start over. You have it in you to do so, Deep Canyon, to begin anew. I know of your love for mining more than anyone. If you would be willing to try again, I promise you the guild's full cooperation. Full cooperation? Are you sure about this? I would leave the past where it belongs, in the past. The guild wants only to look forward and to continue working with the concern. Tickman was the biggest victim of this whole affair, yet he is willing to give Deep Canyon another chance. He wouldn't have brought the Darksteel or otherwise. That's well and good, but what about you? Can you really forget everything he's done? I can. Above all else, I miss my old friend and mentor. To get him back, I would forgive much and more. Alberta. Well, I'm inclined to lay this matter to rest. Any objections? Since? If you're satisfied, brother, then so am I. Then it's settled. Vice Foreman Deep Canyon, by request of the Miners Guild, you shall retain your present office at Amagia's Sun Miners Concern. Through hard work, I trust that you will make amends for past transgressions. You better, or you're out of here, buddy. Sigh. I'm full glad that it's over, Tickman. I would have a word with you in private. Would you mind returning to the guild with me? Let's go. I asked you here so that I might thank you properly. Had you not been on hand to help, Deep Canyon's career would have ended prematurely and in disgrace. Worse, I might have lost my dear friend forever. I owe you a debt that I'll likely never be able to repay. Ah, but look at you. In no time at all, you've grown into a miner who can make the earth yield up even dark steel ore, the rarest of metals. There's nothing left for me to teach you. As an adventurer, you're like to find yourself in all concerns of the realm, but wherever your road takes you, I want you to practice our craft for the good of all. Good. Go well, Tickman, and may your tolls never go unrewarded. And I guess we're going to take the hat. I don't know. I want them all. Can I make this stuff? I don't even know. Oh, man. Boots. I'm taking the boots. Because these boots were made for walking. This concludes the miner's quest for Final Fantasy XIV, A Realm Reborn. In order to undertake the next series of quests, you must first meet the following requirements. You must have completed the main scenario quest before the dawn, which I have not. Once you have done so, the next minor quest will be available from Alberta. Look at that. Level 50. 112.64. Ooh, that is a much better miner. Perception 22, Perception 28. Awesome. Alright, well, thanks for joining me. My name's Tick. And we'll be back another day with another quest. Until then, y'all take care.